Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 10 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 10-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 5 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 5-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 2 minutes from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 2-minute time check, stations. Attention, stations on the network. Our broadcast will begin in 1 minute from my mark. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, mark. That was your 1-minute time check, stations.
On the Bobcat Sports Network from Learfield, this is Cat Chat with Matt Logie and Tricia Binford, presented by Montana's Rib and Chop House. Here's the voice of the Bobcats, Keaton Gillogly.
All right. Hello, and welcome live to Montana's Rib and Chop House. All right, great crowd over here just off 19th Avenue. A lot of people have shown up today. Hello, everybody. This is great. What a wonderful crowd we have. We got some great giveaways to get for you during the commercial breaks as well, and we're talking about Bobcat basketball. Our player guests today on the women's side, we'll have Addison Harris later and Patrick McMahon joining the show today. So that'll be great, talking to both of them. And, of course, we'll talk some women's hoops with head coach Tricia Binford, but we are joined now by head men's coach Matt Logie. Coach, how we doing? How we feeling?
Doing good. Back at it.
Yes, back at it, into the grind of the season. It's a lovely grind that I know we look forward to throughout the year. Men are back home this week against Sacramento State and Portland State with the women on the road, and we're coming off the games over in Missoula this past week. But I don't know, Coach, how you feeling? I mean, we're kind of right into the real thick of things. Thursday is the final game of the first half of Big Sky season.
Yeah, it's amazing how quick conference play comes at you, and we're right in the midwinter fiber of it all with guys battling injuries, battling illness, and going on the road and playing 3 games in 5 days, and then getting ready for Cat Grizz, and now a nice little homestand this weekend, which we're excited about.
Yeah, no doubt. How do you balance it when you get into this stuff? I mean, you've been a head coach for a long time now. How do you keep yourself centered and balanced through the basketball season?
You just keep your nose to the grindstone. Stay focused on the things that are most important, which is your team and your family, and sleep in May.
Yeah, that sounds about right. One thing I haven't asked you about yet this year is one of the newer members of your coaching staff, Xavier Bishop, former player, obviously, only a couple years removed. He went and was coaching with Sprinkle as one of the grad assistants at Utah State. He was ready to go over and coach at Washington before he came over here. But, Xavier Bishop, I mean, is a guy a lot of Bobcat fans know. How has he been on the staff?
It's been great to have an ex back, anytime you become a part of a basketball family like Montana State, it's such an honor to represent the people that have come before you and the people that their blood, sweat, and tears are on the hardwood, and X is one of those guys, and he was one of those guys that helped lay the foundation, culture-wise for this program. When Coach Sprinkle kind of got the thing turned, and I just thought what an invaluable resource that would be. He's so well liked by our current players that have relationships with him at the onset, and then getting to know him through the process, of filling that spot. His basketball acumen, his relationship building ability just made it very, very clear that he's a rising star and somebody that can continue to impact Bobcat basketball for a long time to come.
Yeah, and only a couple years out of college and now already a full-time assistant. He was a player who was such a vocal leader and so athletic, even though he wasn't the biggest point guard. He played so big, and I know on this team this year, we've looked at who is going to be the vocal leaders. How is he trying to coach some guys up in order to bring some of that vocal leadership? Yeah,
I mean, I've almost subbed him in a few different times, but he reminds me that he doesn't have any eligibility left. I think he's, as a young coach, especially when you're working for somebody for the first time, you're trying to figure out, your voice and where to apply yourself. And I think, I'm just continuing to encourage him to lean into that, and just continue to share, his knowledge and his passion for Bobcat basketball. And he's doing a great job of that. I think, his knowledge of the conference and the point guard position is something that hopefully we'll see continue to help our backcourt evolve as the season continues to progress.
Yeah, and for you, 14th year now as a head coach, you've got quite a coaching tree as well. What's it like for you just having an opportunity to take some younger coaches? Because you're not just coaching players, you're coaching younger coaches as well.
Yeah, I think anytime you are building a staff, for me at least, you're looking for people that you can really trust, people that love the place that you're at, that are aligned with the institution and all that, and that are really committed to the lifestyle of coaching, because there's a lot that goes into that too. And then, those just happen to be 3 of our 4 core values. And then the 4th one is servanthood. And so, when you're in that assistant coaching role, your job really is to serve others. It's to serve the players, to serve the head coach, take things off my plate, take things off the other assistant coach's plate. And, that's been a really good guideline for me in hiring people that I can trust. And we've had a number of former players that have played for me come through the program, like Shamrock Campbell and Reed Brown and Zach Payne. And so, having that reliable voice and ear and guys that I know aren't going to just tell me what I want to hear. They have enough, especially Coach Payne has enough, track record and credibility with me that, he's not afraid to share his opinions, and that's how you grow and get better.
Yeah, that's cool. And we'll probably try to have Xavier Bishop on the show at some point before the end of the year. Be fascinated to hear about his story and what he's been up to since he helped the Bobcats win the first of those 3 Big Sky Tournament championships. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll hand away some of our first giveaways after this timeout during the commercial break. If you didn't get a raffle ticket, they are free, and our boy Jake will have those, so be sure to flag him down. But we'll be rejoined by head coach Matt Logie in just a second. But first, a timeout from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
The Northern Pulse Growers Association encourages industry professionals and growers of dry peas, chickpeas, lentils, and fava beans to become members in 2024. Members gain access to cutting-edge research, expert training, market insights, and connect with a Pulse-passionate community. Visit northernpulse.com to join the Northern Pulse Growers Association. Together, we're sowing the seeds of success.
Universal Athletic has been a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics for over 45 years. Check out their great selection of Bobcat apparel and accessories for all your game day needs. Shop in-store at their North 7th Avenue location or online at shop.msubobcats.com for everything you need to cheer on your Bobcats. Universal Athletic, a proud supporter of Bobcat athletics for over 45 years. Go Cats!
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for another episode of Cat Chat. At Montana's Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you. And, of course, we're over here each Tuesday night at 6:30 p.m. all the way through until after that last game against Idaho. So we will be here for that last Tuesday before we go out to Boise. All right, I'm Keaton Gillogly alongside head coach Matt Logie. We're talking about some basketball and what happened this week. So the men fall 77-70 over in Missoula in a good, hard-fought, tight game. The women got a 1-point win, which we'll talk about in a little bit. But, Coach, overall in this game, seemed like the guys were ready for that atmosphere. That was a bruising start. They had a little bit of that run that at the end of the first half, but ultimately this was a heck of a battle on Saturday.
Yeah, I think to start out the game, it felt like a heavyweight bout, where both teams are kind of jabbing, and nobody's, really swinging a haymaker, and just kind of waiting for someone to slip up. And unfortunately, we had a little spot of about 4 minutes where we slipped up and kind of lost our floor position defensively, and didn't quite help each other out enough. And allowed them to separate before halftime. And, anytime you go into the half down 12, obviously you're still in position to chip away. And then, you come out and hope to make a run at the beginning of the first half. And to our guys' credit, they found themselves down 15, 17 points. And we're able to make the adjustments we talked about at halftime and shore up our defense. And sure enough, you start chipping away and you look up at the end and there's 20 seconds and you're down 3. And so, I was proud of our fight, proud of our grit. I thought we had a great week of prep and practice. Unfortunately, we were missing a couple bodies of, at least in Brian Gracke's case for the whole game. And Tyler wasn't able to practice the whole week. And I thought there was, some moments where that showed, where we would like to have a little more continuity there. But some definite lessons that we can take into the next time we see the Grizz. And again, this is a team that keeps fighting and keeps getting up off the mat. And we're excited about the opportunity on Thursday to come out and hopefully start landing some clean blows.
Yep. Sacramento State is on Thursday. Portland State is on Saturday, 7 p.m. and 6 p.m. For the men in these games. This was a question I got from our audience here, asking about how you guys use film after a close game like this. So how much are you guys as coaches presenting film to the players, and how much are the players looking at film and bringing something to the table?
Yeah, we do a lot through film study, both leading up to the game. There's a two-day process normally that covers usually 3 to 4 different types of meetings, covering our opponent's personnel, what they run on offense, anything unique that they do on defense, and then obviously we film our practices so that we can look at how those things in our game plan worked before it really counts and matters. And then obviously you've got the post game lessons, and so we follow up every game, win or lose, with an opportunity to grow and learn from those things, and hopefully not make the same mistakes twice. At least that's the goal. So it's a huge part of our process. We had about 50 clips to watch as a team after Saturday's game. And that's a heck of a lot of stuff that you can get better from. And so, it's on us to apply those lessons now moving forward. And I think there's been a lot of growth in the past month in particular, and I'm just excited to see all of that pay off here soon, because they've been putting in the work, and they've been very coachable and sticking together through it all.
Yeah, how much of the film that you guys use is it? Here's a piece of film that this is something we need to improve on versus, hey, this is a piece of film where it's like, no, that's what we want you to do, so we're reinforcing what we want to see you do on the floor?
Yeah, I think it's both. You can learn a lot from winning, and in fact, there's a lot of things that you try to teach that are a lot easier to land when you see it done right.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder to tell somebody, hey, don't do it this way. It's a lot easier to find a clip of somebody doing it right and say, this is exactly what it looks like. This is where you need to be, or this is where your form should be, or this is your footwork. And so, I think you try to use the positive lens as much as possible, but you also have to have accountability and truth and transparency to the failures, and that's the only way you can grow.
All right, well, let's look ahead. Presented by Vance Thompson Vision. So Thursday night, Sacramento State is coming to town, 7 o'clock tip-off over at the Brick for that one. Tell us a little bit about Sacramento State. Jacob Holt is still there. He's putting up big points for them. How are the Hornets doing right now?
Yeah, Jacob is really the head of the snake for Sacramento State. He's a really, really high motor, physical big man that really connects a lot of their offensive concepts. So, he sets ball screens. He rolls really hard to the rim. He posts up really hard. He screens really well. He can finish with his back to the basket. He hits the glass well, and they run a lot of their actions through him. And so, we have to have a full team effort to defend somebody like that, not just because of his individual talent, but because of the system and the structure that they put him in. They're a little bit younger in the backcourt. They've got a couple guards on the wing that play with great confidence and have had some really high streaky games and had some other games where they haven't really rung the bell quite as much. So I think the thing about Sacramento State is they run a lot of actions. They've got a lot of different things that they can throw at you, and so you have to be really principle based and really kind of be who you are instead of trying to figure out what they're doing all the time.
All right, well, it's going to be a good one, a rematch of the semifinals of the Big Sky Tournament from a year ago. And for Sac State, they got a win against Idaho State last week, and they gave Portland State one of their only 2 losses in Big Sky play. Portland State sitting at 5-2 coming into the Brick on Saturday. Coach, this has been great. Thanks for the insight, and we got Patrick McMahon coming up next, but thank you.
He needs more time than me, man. Put him on the mic.
I know how much he loves the mic in public speaking. All right, we're taking a break on Cat Chat from Montana's Ribbon Chop House, presented by Learfield.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. My name is Keaton Gillogly, joined now by Patrick McMahon. Pat, how we doing, man? How we feeling?
I'm great, man. Glad to be here. How are you?
I'm good. Enjoying the rhythm of the season. We're fully into it now. I don't know, how you holding up, getting a chance to get deeper into the season now?
I'm good, man. I'm just glad to finally be playing.
Yep.
But yeah, it's been fun, and we're in the middle of it, so it's kind of starting to be a grind, but I'm having fun.
Yeah, it's a good grind.
Yeah, for sure.
What's your reprieve? How do you rejuvenate when it's just bearing down on you?
Just take some time off, go home, and just get off my legs and relax.
Yeah. That's good. Did you get a nice support group here at the show today?
Yep, family back there.
Yep. Hi, everybody. How we doing?
Mom and sister.
That's good. That's good. Yeah, big round of applause. Big round of applause. And they just moved down to Bozeman, too?
They did last January.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet. Nice having them around.
Oh, for sure, yeah.
Yeah, get some home cooked meals.
Yep.
What's your go-to? What's your mom's best cooked meal?
I don't know.
There's a lot of choices, I'm sure.
Okay. The truth is, my dad is the cook.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. But,
all right. So what's your dad's go-to then?
He makes spaghetti with clam sauce. That was always my favorite. But
Ooh.
Haven't gotten that in a while. But
yeah, we're not as close to the fresh water, the seawater, as you are up in Palmer, Alaska.
Yeah.
We're not as close to we have trout, but that's about it.
Yeah.
Tell me a little bit about Palmer. It's not too far from Anchorage, but what should people know about it?
Yeah, it's a small town. It's kind of similar to Bozeman. I'd say it's a little bit more spread out. I'd say to get to the other side of town's 15-20 minute drive. But yeah, definitely similar vibes to Bozeman.
Yeah. You liked it growing up there?
Yeah, it was a good small town. I made a lot of really good friends, and it was a good it was fun.
What are the winter nights like? Like how much sunlight do you get in the wintertime?
Yeah, so in the wintertime it's just dark from I don't know, I'd say 6 p.m., 5 p.m., whatever, and then in the summertime it's the complete opposite. It'll get dark around midnight or 1 a.m. sometimes.
That's so weird.
Yeah.
That kind of throw you off, having to go to bed with the sun out?
Yeah, a little bit. You get used to it, but if I go back up to Alaska, it's definitely weird because I'm not used to it now.
Right. Tell me a little bit about the basketball scene out there for you. Just how did you get into it? I mean, did you play any other sports besides basketball growing up?
Growing up, no, not really. When I got into high school, I tried some other things. I did track and field for 1 year, and then I tried football my senior year. But growing up, it was just strictly basketball.
Yeah. What was your growth like as a high school player? How did you – well, first of all, when did you have your growth spurt? When did you get tall?
So my freshman year, I was about 6'2", 6'3", and then I'd say sophomore year is when I was 6'5", 6'6", and then kind of stayed there.
Yeah. Was it fast? Was it kind of a painful growth spurt, or was it just felt natural?
No, I'd say it felt natural. I think I had some growing pains maybe in middle school.
Yeah.
But it was pretty natural, and it was didn't have too many problems.
That's good. Yeah, 6'2", 6'3", and freshman is still pretty up there.
Yeah.
So what was your growth on the floor as a player throughout that time? What were some of the things that you had to grow on?
I would say probably just I was always pretty athletic and always able to get to the rim. My high school had some smaller guys that I could just athletically just outperform them, but just working on my other skills like shooting and ball handling. I think I became good at that probably my junior year is when I really started to dial in on stuff like that. But yeah.
Yeah. All right. So junior year, senior year, starting to kind of get some of that other stuff that maybe you're not getting tested on in practice.
Yeah.
And then at that point too, you're trying to get recruited. What's the recruiting process like up there?
For me, it was like COVID had happened my junior year, so I committed pretty early before my senior year, just because I wasn't sure about other schools reaching out because they don't really come up to Alaska to come watch me. So it was, I think Sprinkle when he offered me it was just strictly off of film online. So he actually never watched me play in person, but it's pretty hard. You have to go out in the summertime and go on these AAU trips, but it's only like one tournament or two tournaments a summer, so it's kind of hard to get recruited for sure. Yeah,
was that a lot of pressure as a high school kid going out to some of those AAUs, knowing you only had a few opportunities?
No, I didn't really see it like that.
Yeah.
There wasn't much pressure. It was just honestly a really super fun experience going to Vegas and Dallas, Texas with like my boys from Alaska, but. It was pretty fun.
Yeah, that's sweet. Well, what are some of the memories? Is it just the run around the hotel, or I don't know? You got any good memories from those?
Yeah, we would rent like Airbnb, like these houses that were pretty nice, and we'd go shopping. I remember one time we went to this big tournament that was going on in Vegas at like Bishop Gorman High School, and we all saw LeBron James walking the back entrance to get into the gym and stuff, so that was pretty cool.
Yeah, that's sweet. He's as big in real life as he is on TV?
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah, he's a specimen for sure. All right, so you end up getting recruited by Sprinkle. You get here to Montana State. So fourth-year player now, correct?
Yeah.
All right, and you still have, another year of eligibility?
Yeah, I got hurt 3 games in last year, so I was able to get that year back.
That's good. So where are you academically right now in your degree, and how's that going?
Yeah, I'll be able to graduate next year. Since I got hurt, I kind of slowed my progress down a little bit just to like take a little bit of stress off of school and focus on basketball. So with this 5th year, I'll be able to graduate next year.
Sweet. What are you going to graduate in?
It's a liberal studies degree, so it's basically another word for like just general studies. It's pretty broad. Like I have classes about pretty much anything.
Yeah.
But it's nice though because I could. All my classes are pretty much online, so when we're on the road and stuff, it's pretty easy to manage.
Yeah. Any really fun classes? If you got a wide net that you're getting into, any interesting topics?
There's some interesting ones. Yeah, I have like world music class right now. What else? I can't even think. Put me on the spot.
No, I didn't mean to do that. I mean, world music is a cool thing to research. And
I got classes about art, history. Music, all that stuff. So
yeah, true Renaissance man.
Yeah,
I like it. All right, well, you got all of that. You're on the floor now. You're getting out there and doing your thing. And we talked a little bit about Xavier Bishop, who you were a teammate with. He was a senior. You were a freshman. What's it like watching X getting into his coaching role?
Yeah, it's cool. He's he kind of impressed me. He's been a lot better than I thought. Like when we hired him, I was like, oh, X is about to be like a full-time assistant coach. But he's really good at it, at what he does, and it's cool having kind of just like one of your best friends, like a coach that you can go and talk to, like even not just about basketball. So it's cool having him.
Yeah, it's fun watching him go to work and doing that, and excited to see him continue to grow and continue to see you grow as well. We've seen some good stretches here, 18 points on Saturday as well. When you're playing right, when you're kind of getting into this rhythm now, we've seen in the second half the last couple of games, like what is going right? What's the right mindset for you when you got things clicking?
Just trying to find opportunities to just be aggressive and just be confident and play my game. Just trying to attack the rim, knock down open shots, and create for my teammates when they're open.
Yeah. Is there a little less like pressure coming off the bench rather than being in the starting lineup? Does that impact your focus at all?
Yeah, honestly, I think it does a little bit. Being able to watch for like the first 5 or 6 minutes and then going in. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but it's definitely a different perspective.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like, what are you watching? Like, you just getting a sense of like the energy, like the plays, what the opposing defenses do. I don't know what kind of stands out when you're watching those first few minutes.
Yeah, I'd say just watching how the game's going and how it's flowing, and just I guess their defense and mentally putting myself out there and like just kind of imagining, what I could do when I go in.
Yeah, that's cool. All right, so having that little extra visualization before you get in there kind of helps you get into the rhythm.
Yeah.
All right, well, I like that. We got another opportunity to get you out there on Thursday. You excited to get back out in front of the home crowd?
Yep, for sure. Yeah, it's going to be games in the break are always super fun, so yeah, I'm excited.
Always precious to get them, man.
Yep.
All right, Patrick McMahon, appreciate the time and the insight today,
cool.
man.
Appreciate it. Thank you.
All right, Pat McMahon. We're taking a break. When we come back, we're talking some women's hoops. We're live from Montana's Ribbon Chop House. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
The roar of the crowd, the thunder of thousands of fans stomping their feet as the Bobcats take the field. For Mary, her chronic hip pain kept her from the thrill of her favorite pastime. Thanks to the revolutionary orthopedic care from Bozeman's local orthopedic groups and the Bozeman Health Spine and Joint Institute, Mary was back on her feet and back in the game. If chronic spine and joint pain is keeping you from the activities you love, start your journey by visiting bozemanhealth.org/SJI.
Northern States Fishing Tools, a proud sponsor of the Montana State Bobcats, has been serving the eastern Montana and western North Dakota oil fields since 1978. We are here to provide you with the best tools and services, all at competitive prices. Northern States Fishing Tools services the Williston Basin with fishing and rental tools, along with downhole tools that include packers, plugs, and through tubing equipment. We have the expert knowledge to give you satisfying results based on your specific needs. Go Bobcats!
You are a Bobcat fan, and your seat matters. Section 108, right in the middle. And a perfect view of the fast break, alley-oop, and slam dunk. At Kendall Ford of Bozeman, we're a proud supporter of Montana State Athletics. We're big fans of teamwork, dedication, and helping customers find the best deal on the perfect vehicle to fit their needs. Where you sit matters, as in the driver's seat. Get started at KendallFordBozeman.com. Kendall, let's start something great.
With friendly customer service and an outstanding location near Montana State University and the base of the Bridger Mountain Range, Country Inn & Suites by Radisson is the perfect place to begin your Bozeman adventure. Country Inn & Suites offers a hot and delicious Be Our Guest breakfast buffet each morning. Free Wi-Fi is available throughout the property, and we have a business center and meeting rooms. Our indoor pool and hot tub is a great way to relax after a day of fun, and the on-site fitness center will keep your workout goals on track. We have spacious king and double queen suites with a full-size sleeper sofa available, and every room in Country Inn & Suites is smoke-free. Reserve your room today.
The Ribbon Chop House was founded in 2001. Our ability to grow has come through our commitment to Rocky Mountain hospitality, a concept which incorporates a casual attitude with our high-level commitment to loyalty, safety, service, and quality food. At the Ribbon Chop House, our staff is dedicated to creating extraordinary experiences that raise the bar in each of our communities. Enjoy premium steaks, fresh seafood, and award-winning baby back ribs. We look forward to sharing a little Rocky Mountain hospitality with you.
No matter how far you may go, there's always one just down the road. Town Pump, who pump it up, pump it up.
Town of Pump is excited to once again sponsor the Brawl of the Wild Rivalry Series between Montana State and the University of Montana. Look for special Brawl of the Wild promotions throughout the year at your local Town Pump.
Town Pump, right down the road, pump it up, oh yeah.
Back on Cat Chat at the Ribbon Chop House. Before we talk to Addison Harris, let's pause 10 seconds for our network station identification. This is Cat Chat.
AM 1450, KMMS, and K236CY Bozeman, 1340 KPRK Livingston, where Montana talks.
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Chop House for Cat Chat. For 38 years, Executive Services has been the printing and mailing experts in the Gallatin Valley, a local family-owned business supporting Bobcat athletics. Printing and mailing done right. Find them online at printmailrelax.com. That's printmailrelax.com. They're the ones who took care of us for the player cards, which we have up here. We've got a Sharpie with them, too, so if you want some player cards or coach cards as well, we've got them up here. They're free, and you can grab them at any time you'd like. All right, we've talked some men's basketball. Time to talk some women's basketball. Women's hoops right now sitting at 18-2. They are 8-0 in the Big Sky Conference right now. Yes, first half of the Big Sky season is ends on Thursday, and we are joined now by freshman Addison Harris. Addison, how are you?
Good. Thank you for having me.
Yes, thank you. It was kind of a late ad there, so appreciate you coming on. But yeah, thanks. We're happy to have you on, and Happy to have you here today, and I'm sure you're excited for this Portland State game as well. A little bit of a homecoming game for you on Thursday?
Yeah, it is. I got a lot of family coming to this game, a lot of my friends.
Okay, yes.
Exciting.
So you're from Camas, Washington, correct?
Yes.
How far is that actually from Portland?
It's like 15 minutes. We're like right over the bridge.
Okay. So that's going to be great. So this will be a lot of fun. We'll have a whole Harris cheering section for you?
Yes, yep.
All right. And you're from like a basketball family, is that right?
Yeah, my parents both played at University of Portland.
Okay. And what about you got siblings too?
Yeah, I do. Ethan, he's actually getting recruited by Coach Logie.
Okay.
So we're working on that one.
All right,
and then Garner, he loves like lacrosse.
Okay. Ooh, all
yeah,
right.
I know.
He's the younger brother?
Yes, he is. Like, I'm all for it. I don't know like what I'm watching when I watch his games, but
seems
as long
fun.
as he's having fun, I guess.
That's a great thing. I'm sure there's plenty of parents out there who didn't play basketball, who have kids playing basketball that are like, I don't know what's going on, but it looks fun. Well, tell me about your parents and their basketball career. I mean, I don't know how much of it was an influence on you, and I don't know, what's that like?
Yeah, I guess I don't really know like all that much about it. I know they met playing basketball at University of Portland. They were friends for years before they finally started dating. Really sweet story. When I went on a visit to University of Portland, my dad, we were walking around the campus with my dad after the game.
Yeah.
He had me stop and point to this little stump on the campus.
Yeah.
And I'm like, Dad, what am I doing? Because he had sent the photo to my mom, and that was where my mom had asked my dad out for the first time.
Ah,
yeah,
that's very cool. I like it. And so she asked him out.
Yes, she did.
Okay, I like it. Do you know what their first date was? Did you get that part of the story?
No, I did not.
That's
Nope.
okay. I'd be curious to know what she asked him, what they want to do, especially if they were both athletes and playing basketball. I don't know. What do you do?
I know. Shoot baskets, I guess?
Yeah, let's go to the gym, I guess. That's cool. That's cool. So that's a lot of fun to know they had that. So how much should they have a hand in helping you through, your recruiting process? I mean, they maybe were through it a little bit. So did they have a hand in helping you guide that?
Yeah, absolutely. They knew, hey, you need to value, basically just the values of a program and something that you want to be a part of for, 4 years.
Yeah.
And, yeah, just to really, hammer down the priorities was it was really nice to have that and just have, the experience of, two people who have, been through that before.
Yeah. So what were your priorities? Once they brought that up, what did you think through? What were you prioritizing going through that process?
Definitely, a family atmosphere was, my number one. I gotta, love it.
Yeah.
If I'm going to be here for 4 years, ultimately, you're going to be, traveling with these people for, weeks at a time. If you don't, like them, if they're not people you'd choose to be with, that'd be an issue. And I definitely blessed that I found that here.
Yeah, absolutely. That is true. You can be on the road with somebody for 8 days.
Yeah.
The little thing you didn't think was annoying might be by the time
Yes.
you get through that. But how do when you are going through that recruiting process, how do teams and programs try to present that? It sounds like we hear that all the time, but how does that get presented to you as a recruit that we're a family and you're going to like these people on the 9th day of a 9-day road trip?
Yeah, it was definitely interesting the different ways they did it. But Coach Bin was probably the most effective with it. We had a team dinner at her house, and then she just kind of shipped me off with KJ and all the upperclassmen to their house where we were just kind of hanging out for 30 minutes, and they drove me back to my hotel after we got frozen yogurt or something.
All right. I like it. So just having dinner, hanging out, getting some frozen yogurt.
Yep.
All right. And now you're here and you're getting into it and having some fun and getting on the floor right now as well. What's it like? What's the college speed like compared to the high school speed, and how are you adjusting?
It's definitely different. I remember the first week of transitioning to the open gyms we would run. It was the fast pace was insane. It's really hard to describe, but you can be crazy athletic in high school, and you can be player of the year in high school, but then you get to college, everyone's crazy athletic and everyone's been player of the year.
Yeah.
So it's really unique. It's awesome to be in this competitive atmosphere.
Yeah, and be able to get out there and get it going a little bit and play in some big crowds and big environments like you did on Saturday. We'll, of course, see plenty of good crowds at the Brick. When you were in high school, did you guys get some good crowds, some good fan support over there in Camas?
Yeah, we did. We were a pretty good team. We were notorious for passing the ball a lot, which you don't really see at a high school.
Yeah.
We had a couple bunch of D1 athletes on my team, so we got pretty big crowds.
Where did some of the your other teammates go and play?
Reagan's going to Penn State. Riley's going to Cal Poly Fullerton.
Okay.
And Kira's going to Boise State.
Okay.
And Sophie is actually committed to Portland State.
All right.
Yeah, so I'll be able to play her every
yeah,
year.
That'll be fun.
It'll be so fun.
That's cool, though. That's fun that you had such a team like that. So that probably helped your adjustment to the college game, having so many great athletes on your high school team.
Definitely.
Yeah. Now, Camas as well. Is it kind of an outdoorsy town?
Yeah. It could go, like, either way. It's nice because we're kind of, like, out of the way of, like, Portland.
Right.
But we're right by a lake, which you can only swim in, like, half the year. Yeah, it's nice.
Okay. And so do you like to do you lean more like Portland City area or more like getting out into the mountains?
I love being outdoors. That's like, why I love Bozeman so much.
For sure. What are your go-to outdoor activities?
Fishing. I got, like, fishing, hiking, basically, like, anything outside.
Yeah.
I just enjoy. I'm trying to get into hunting. We're working on that one.
Okay.
But
are there hunters on the team that'll get you into it, or you gotta?
Yeah, Lexi. I gotta get her to drag me along for one of her trips.
Okay. What's she hunt? What's she good at? What's she told you about it?
Nothing much. She just tells me about going on these, like, multiple day, like, hikes into, like, the mountains. I'm like, that sounds so fun.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the biggest hike you've done here so far? I mean, you're playing hoops, so I can't imagine you've been able to do a ton, but I don't know. Have you gotten into any of them yet?
Yeah, I've gone up to, like, Highlight Reservoir a few times, but nothing, like, insane. Nothing, like, put on, like, all my other college, like, friends.
Yeah.
Putting on the backpack, hiking, like, 2 days in, 2 days out, like, maybe 3 miles.
Yeah, okay. But you want to do that?
Yes.
All right.
Yeah, that'd
so
be
we'll
cool.
get you the full backpack, get you the whole kit. You'll get out there once the summer rolls around.
Yes, absolutely.
All right. Well, I'm looking forward to that, and looking forward to next year when you have the show. You can come back with a few like hiking recommendations and let us know what that's all
yes,
about.
I'll work on that.
All right. Well, let's talk a little bit of basketball here as well. As we mentioned, getting ready for the Portland State Sac State game too, but. I mean, look, you guys are sitting here at 8-0. Nothing's decided yet. NAU is right on the heels. They're sitting at 7-1. They're the next home game a week from Thursday as well. But overall, I imagine it's got to be a lot of fun to play on this defense right now. How much fun is it playing?
It's so fun.
Yeah.
Like, I love being on this end of it, definitely. I'm not going to lie.
Yeah, I
It's a
imagine
lot more fun.
in practice, if you're starting to get that Blizzard defense, it's really.
Yeah, we get really, like, competitive on defense.
Yeah.
Really competitive, like, in practice, especially against one another.
Yeah. Who gets, like, too competitive? Who are you like, whoa, okay, by the way, we are teammates. Like, calm it down a little bit.
I don't know if I can throw anyone under the bus like that, but.
It's a compliment. It'd be a compliment.
Yeah. I guess Lexi gets pretty competitive.
Yeah.
Yeah, then she, like, naturally, like, everybody else is, like, as competitive, so she gets, like, everybody else going, and it's just, like, a downward spiral.
So it just compounds on itself.
Yes, it does.
Yeah. How's Taylor? I mean, I feel like she's, like, a menace on the floor, but then just, like, a sweetheart off.
She's so sweet.
Yeah.
She exactly like that. Like, there's no better way to put it.
Yeah.
She's, like, so chatty, and I love it. Like, there's just never a dull moment.
That's great. Yeah, what's it like watching her go to work? I know so many people have enjoyed watching her play this year. What's the front row seat like?
It definitely makes me grateful she's on my team.
Yeah. Yeah, I can
to
see
be
that.
fair, it would be hard to play against her, but it's awesome. I'm, like, watching her work hard. She shows up, like, probably 30 minutes before the game and just, like, works on shooting three-pointers around. And, like, it's awesome to see her, like, hard work pay off. Like, I'm so happy for her.
Yeah, and I'm sure your hard work is going to continue to pay off here, too. What are some of the things you're focused on right now? Like, where are you trying to grow? What are you working on?
Definitely rim running and just working on rim running, rebounding, defense, like the things I can control.
Yeah.
And then, like, working on being more aggressive on offense as well.
Yeah, rim running. Tell me, for the layman fans, what does that mean? Like, what does it mean to rim run?
Like, run really fast to the basket and kind of, like, stay there and post up.
Yeah.
Funny story.
Hit me.
Coach Ben said she was not going to talk to me unless I got 3 rim runs over the NAU game.
Okay.
Yeah, so I'm glad to say she is, in fact, talking to me now.
Okay, good. That would be a real awkward dinner right now.
It would be. Yeah, we were just talking about that.
Well, so nice that you could talk about it.
Yeah.
All right, good. And then on the offensive side, too, talking about being more aggressive. What's your game? Like, what are we going to see from you as you continue to get more aggressive offensively?
Definitely, like, looking to score, calling for the ball is what we've been working on in the post, and working on that, like, quick first step.
Yeah. Okay. Well, we're excited to see it, and we got a lot more basketball to play.
Yeah.
All right. Addison Harrison, Harris, thank you so much for joining us today.
Yeah, thanks for having me.
All right, we're taking a break, and we've got Coach Ben joining us after this timeout. This is Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.
Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. outside the box for your complete branding solutions. Located in Bozeman, Montana, we offer a full print shop for banners, signs, wraps, trade show booths and graphics, promotional products, and much more. If you can think it, we can ink it. We are a proud supporter and corporate sponsor of the MSU Bobcats. Like us on Facebook to see some of our cat wraps. Ready to build your brand? Think Inc. and call us at 406-922-6462 or visit us on the web at inkoutside.com.
It's the season of home improvement, and Williams Plumbing will help you tackle the big stuff. Are old roots clogging your sewer line? Williams has the tools to fix it. Have you checked your septic system lately? We have the knowledge and experience to maintain or repair it. Looking to install a yard hydrant? We'll do it promptly and professionally. Don't sweat the big stuff. Call Williams Plumbing today.
Town & Country Foods is a proud supporter of Bobcat Athletics. As a locally owned company, we believe the benefit of buying local helps support the local economies in southwest Montana. Our stores offer great selections of items you need every day, including organics, specialty foods, fresh meats and produce, along with incredible selections from our bakery and deli departments. Town & Country Foods is 100% employee-owned and serves southwest Montana with 8 locations. Visit your local Town & Country Foods today. Go Cats!
At Montana State University, students shape signature experiences that take them across the state and into local communities. MSU is dedicated to its land grant mission, integrating transformational learning, discovery, and service that improves lives. You'll find our students teaching across Montana, conducting research in the heart of Yellowstone National Park, or even creating small shelter prototypes to address homelessness. Montana State University. Think outside.
If you're in need of structural engineering for your residential, commercial, or wireless telecommunications project, Ascent Engineering provides comprehensive solutions for your project's success. Ascent Engineering is now serving the Big Sky Country in southwestern Montana. Whether it's a new residential home, new commercial building, long-awaited remodel, covered outdoor living space, retaining wall, or telecommunications tower, Ascent Engineering is your expert at providing forensics, assessments, or designs. Ascent Engineering is a proud supporter of your Montana State Bobcats.
The Bobcats are proud to present these preferred local partners as members of Bobcat Built, Bryant Heating and Cooling Systems, Bryant, whatever it takes, Carrier Heating and Air Conditioning, Carrier, turn to the experts, Ace Roofing, building Montana strong, one roof at a time, Rivers Landscaping, crafting superior outdoor spaces, and NW Construction, proud to call Bozeman home. Montana State Athletics encourages our fans to choose these local businesses. They are proud local sponsors and demonstrate what it means to be a Bobcat. We are Bobcat Built.
We are back live at Montana's Ribbon Shop House. We got Cat Chat onto our final segment now. Coach Binford joining us after signing the John Hancock on some of our player cards.
Yeah.
Coach, does it ever get old signing your autograph for young Bobcat fans?
No, heck no. I'm like, this is our future right here.
Yes, I love it. Who knows? You might have a future Bobcat in there if she's a basketball player.
I love it.
All right, well, let's get into some stuff. Heck of a win in Missoula, 1-point victory, 67-66. Yeah, that was it was fun for the fans. I don't know how much fun it was for you.
I was waiting to see how you're going to describe it.
Yeah, and it's a win, so it's fun.
It is a win. Yes. Just as we planned it.
Yeah.
No, I mean, they did a great job. We had a chance to kind of pull away in the third, and they kind of grinded out and found themselves back in it. We had a stretch where we just went really cold. We couldn't hit some shots down, and fortunately we found a way down the stretch and disrupted a pretty good look at the rim.
Yeah, that was some great defense by Ella Johnson in there as well. And, I mean, really, you look at the end of the Montana game and the Eastern Washington game, right? Taylor Chiric was there with the defense at the end of the game. Ella defensively right there. So freshman and sophomore stepping up defensively in the big moments.
Yeah, and both reasons, putting both of them in for those situations to provide some length to score over. And Ella just did a great job of not fouling in the situation.
That's a big one.
Depending on that situation, it's a pretty good look, and just kind of walled up and grabbed the rebound. So we were fortunate there. And, like you said, Taylor Cherrick the other game. But, more importantly, we had a very long film session on Monday. So the good news is when you watch it back, where my son and Marley, his girlfriend came, and I rode back with them. So I'm watching the game on film afterwards. I'm like, I feel pretty good. There's a lot of things we can fix here. So, you never want to walk away and say you barely won a game and you felt like you played really well. We actually had some breakdowns on our side of thing that I feel can be very quickly fixed.
Yeah, well, and after a win, too, I imagine it's a little easier to kind of really coach hard because they've got the win, but you don't want them to get too high on that considering there's a lot of basketball left to be played.
Yeah, I mean, there is a lot of basketball, and every team right now needs to make sure that you're getting better every day. So that's our job. We need to make sure that the process does not get boring for us. This is where, championship teams, they got to love being in the gym in January and February, and we're very close to that February time frame where, if it feels like a grind and you're not wanting to get in the gym, then you've got bigger concerns. So we definitely need to stay hungry. We need to stay focused on what we can get better and take the next step as far as this week goes. And I feel like we have a veteran team to do that, but we also have tremendous energy from this youth. What a fun kid to listen to tonight, right?
Absolutely.
Addie is so much fun. Just love having her here.
Yeah, I guess you're really happy that she did do those rim runs, so you could actually talk to her at dinner.
Yeah, I mean, we had the freshmen over for dinner, and it was prior to that NAU UNC trip, and we always give kids middle nicknames, and I was trying to give Addie the middle nickname of Rim Run. I'm like, there's nobody as fast as you in this conference. And she's talking about the athleticism in this conference. I'm like, there's nobody like Addie. And the young lady just has endless energy. Taylor has it in a guard. Addie has it in the post play. She can go up and get anything. And we just want to outrun our opponents. And that was a big reason why we were able to get that game over at NAU. And I did. I got to show the clip. And I think I started with the clip of, right, what I put in the clip about Let's Go Addie. That was in the clip, right? We put 3 rim runs right in there. So, it's been really fun. It's been a pleasure being able to talk to her.
Yeah, that's pretty cool. And it was interesting hearing from her, too, just coming from such a basketball family. I imagine recruiting her, getting to meet her parents a little bit. Always fun when you can get, like, a true basketball kid who's been just steeped in it.
Well, I think the community's had a chance to watch her play in action, so you understand this was a young lady that was heavily recruited.
Yeah.
Power 5 offers, just all kinds of attention, and we knew who we were and what we were selling was different. And fortunately for us, Addie was looking for culture. She was looking for family. She loves fishing. I remember that story too. Like, I want to go where there's fishing. I'm like, great, we have that. And in her family and her parents, I just so thankful to have these parents that we do in our Bobcat family, because I feel like they have had started that process of what truly is the most important thing. So we're reaping the benefits of just a great young lady, a tremendous teammate, and she's just scratching the surface of what she's going to do here as a Bobcat.
Yeah, you got a couple of freshmen and even sophomores who are only just scratching the surface, which makes it a lot of fun.
She's much more than a rim runner, but we're just trying to keep things simple for our freshman class on some of those gifts. But the other one, we're face up Addie this week, right? So we're going to see some zone, and she's going to – I love that she talked about catching to attack because she's so selfless, and Taylor, same thing, in transition, that she's looking to pitch. And I'm like, there's times to hunt and go, and we want them both having scorer's mentality there. And so she had a great move on Danielson. I call Danielson from Karate Kid, but our director of ops, the best voice of the Cats on the ladies' side, right?
Yep. And he's on the podcast. We've got him on the podcast every week, the Bobcat Insider podcast, which is out now.
Yeah, but Daniel was playing defense today, and Addie had a rip move right by him, and he said that was bad defense. I'm like, no, I think it was just a great move. Great move by Addie.
When it does come to the freshmen as we get to the midway point of the Big Sky season, how are they holding up? Do you have to worry about some of that wear and tear? Because it's a longer season, and it's way more grueling than anything they've experienced in high school.
Well, we do, and especially knowing your personnel. It's always about knowing your personnel, right? So, you've got 3 freshmen. Tegan was multi-sport, all of them multi-sport athletes. And I told you last week or whenever we talked about Taylor, we found out she was running around the track, putting track spikes on, doing hurdles after a 2-hour practice. We had to talk to our strength coach, like, okay, we know you have endless energy, so let's manage your extra conditioning with our strength coach, so that aligns. But with Addie, same thing. Like, she would go nonstop if she was able to. But talking to her position coach, Ryan, there's definitely this time of year where our season's going to be extended when high school's finishing. We want to make sure they're as fresh as possible. So we definitely pull the reins back on them. Otherwise, they'd be in the gym constantly, which they probably still are. I'm just not seeing it.
Yeah, well, hey, you'd always rather be pulling the reins back than trying to motivate a kid, for sure, at this point. And then for her, when it comes to the recruiting, and this is more of a global question, but it is kind of cliche, and we hear it from people all the time. I wanted somewhere I could feel like it was a family, but you're the one who's trying to be the architecture of that. How do you make sure that you're presenting that family atmosphere when you are in that recruiting process?
Well, the best thing we can do is get them around our players.
Yeah.
There's no better sales pitch than the people you're going to do life with, and that's who they're going to spend the majority of their time. So when she talked about going with KJ and some of our upperclassmen, I'm like, really, it comes down to, is it a fit for Addie and is it a fit for our team? Like, she's going to she's going to know if they're a great fit or not. And we certainly want the best for every recruit that goes through the process so they don't end up in a portal or looking for a second opportunity. We want kids start to finish to have the journey of a lifetime. And, the other thing, too, that I know we had a conversation with is Addie's an immediate impact in this program, and that's something I feel like we get to sell to some of this really special talent that we're seeing. So, and, we feel like Bozeman has a lot to offer. There's just so many things that it makes it easy when you have great people around you. You have seasoned veterans. You do have a foundation that's established. So there's that is proven for them to coming into. So I think there's some security there. But we have just the best people in the world. So hopefully that was one of the main reasons why she came here.
Yeah, no, it makes sense. And it also speaks again to the continuity you've had from year to year with these players and having them stick around and not running off into the portal or having to bring in too much. Obviously, Morales has fit in, and it's okay to fill a few pieces here and there, but you're not having to revamp your roster year after year at this point.
Exactly. And, we could go through some of our other championship teams, and we did have some major pieces that were transfers that really contributed. Riley Nordgaard is a great example. She was a kid we had 2 years, and we had back-to-back championships, and it was a very important piece that we needed. Fallon Freegee, same thing. We had her for 1 year, part of a championship team, and, so somebody like Esme, it was a piece that we were looking for, but that's really all we needed because we did have the youth coming in. We had a lot returning. That was the area that we were looking for, and so now I just feel like one of the strengths of this team is we have such balance across the board and we have depth. And those two, when you do get into the grind of what we're heading into this next month, those things are huge for you from an advantage standpoint.
Yeah, and so going out on the road at Sacramento State on Thursday, 7:30 p.m. Mountain Time tip, 3 p.m. Saturday Mountain Time tip-off at Portland State before coming home with Northern Arizona, which is currently 7-1 that following Thursday, but we're not going to look too far ahead. We don't need to do that, but we are looking ahead, presented by Vance Thompson Vision. Give us a feel for the Sac State team on Thursday night.
Well, I think Sac State's a scary team. They were kind of predicted a little bit on the higher side. If you look at them on paper, their talent is very, very high. They can score from a lot of different players. There, right now the record's around that 500 mark, but they've been in every single game and they've won 7 games on their home floor. So we know what we're going into. We're going to get a battle. They definitely do a great job at turning teams over. There's some similarities defensively. They like to throw in some pressure situations similar to what we do. So I think it definitely is going to come down to possessions. We're going to have to do a great job of taking care of the ball, but also forcing the mistakes on their side of things. But we're also just going to have to guard our yard and finish plays with rebounding well. Excited about the contest, but I know it's going to be a battle.
Yeah, and it'll be fun to have the whole Harris clan over at Portland on that Saturday.
Yeah, so we got the Harris clan watching face up Addie attacking and rim running and all kinds of good stuff, and it sounds like maybe a high school team coming too. So we got a lot of supporters over there. We have a lot of family on our team over there in general, but we're definitely trying to keep. I think it was KJ joking today about something with Portland State. I'm like, Sac State, KJ. Yeah. This is my super senior, right? So just really focusing on Sac State right now.
That's awesome, Coach. Well, this has been great, and we're excited to keep this thing rolling.
Sounds great. Thanks,
all right. Thank you to everybody who came out. Trevor Dominuk has been our producer. Thank you to Addison Harris, Patrick McMahon, Coach Logie, and Coach Binford as well. This is Keaton Gillogly saying so long. We'll talk again next week. This has been Cat Chat, presented by Learfield.